too close!
Hi, my name's Tobin, and I'll be your game developer. Today, I started as an indie game developer, although it's not my first time releasing an indie game. At least 20 or 30 of you may remember my Facebook game Rompus Words, or my BlackBerry game Anagrammathon.
Anna's grandma did what?
What is BlackBerry?
Well, it used to be a phone from about 20 years ago, but that's not the point. I also worked for about 5 years in the game industry early in my career. A lot has changed since then for the better. Game-making frameworks like Godot, Unreal, Unity have really improved, and I'm looking forward to getting back to my passion, making games.
Yes! Identify your passion and hone your skills. Become the best and destroy the competition.
No, competition is great, but I get a lot of joy from programming games. But despite the name indie, I can't do this on my own, and this time I don't intend to. I tried before with my previous games, and they went nowhere because of lack of marketing and advertising.
Not at all, because they're extremely niche games.
This time, what I think I need is you, the community, to help build awareness for what I'm making.
But you said social media would make everyone dumber.
Whoa. You don't need to repeat everything you hear. YouTube is one of the ways I plan to spread the news about my games. You see, as an indie developer, no one has heard of me or my games. If I push it out onto a platform like Steam, for example, it'll be lost in the crowd. In 2023, over 14,000 games were released on Steam, and that was before they started allowing games with AI-generated content. It is expected to be much higher this year. There are already over 12,000 games released in 2024, and it's just barely October. That puts them on track for over 18,000 games released this year.
Well, your game is very fun though, so you will do great.
I'm not sure you really understand. With that many games out there, very few people are going to discover my game. Even if it were the greatest thing since sliced bread, it won't sell very many copies.
I'll be darned. In my day, we didn't have fancy sliced bread.
Oh yeah.
So, in addition to creating games, I need to embrace social media to find people who want to support my efforts. Not with money so much as the free things that you can do to help. I realize it will take time to grow an audience, so I consider this investing in my future.
Why not just get another job?
Another job? No, this is a chance I've been waiting for. I've been fascinated with making games since the early 80s. I love creating something tangible that people can enjoy, and I love the problem solving along the way. By now, you all know the drill on YouTube, right? Like, subscribe, comment below, name your first child PogoBrick, normal things. What's important is that people hear about what I'm making.
How will they if you don't even tell them about the game?
Oh, right, the game. The idea I chose as my first title actually started last summer as a project with my son. He wants to be a game designer when he grows up.
Why wait? He can accomplish so much right now.
Exactly. So we picked the smallest scope game from my book of ideas. The concept was very simple, but seemed like it could be fun. It was a puzzle game where you could only control gravity. I was teaching him Unity at the time, so I was coding and he was doing the majority of the level design. Sadly, the idea was so minimalistic that we found ourselves quickly running out of ideas for level designs and mechanics.
Well, did you try making the ball go up instead of down?
So, we had some playable levels that seemed interesting, but could tell that it needed more to make it sellable. We didn't think people would pay for a puzzle game that didn't have more than an hour's gameplay. But that gets me on a topic that I should save for another video. If you have strong opinions on how much games should cost, I'd love to hear them in the comments. We also realized that this genre of game isn't really something either of us would play, which made it hard to get excited and creative about. So right about when school was starting back up, we shelved the idea.
Yes, kill it.
No. I couldn't leave it alone.
You should know better than to tease me.
I thought perhaps the minimalist art was what was holding us back, so I tried taking it in a new direction.
So now it's a vertical game? I never saw that coming.
No, it's not vertical. But now, imagine if you will, that instead of a white ball, you were a goat who had been abducted by aliens. During the commotion, you eat a reactor core and escape into the alien facility. This opened tons of ideas.
Awesome! And the goat could headbutt things and eat things to power up.
Wow, yeah, we were very inspired at this point. After about 2 weeks of creating art and level design, the fog cleared, thankfully, and I realized that this path would require so much art to complete, and neither of us considered ourselves great artists.
Ah, that's my cue.
No! There needs to be more. The goat could steal an enemy spaceship and start an intergalactic trading ring.
Come with me, little goat. There's a special farm waiting for you.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Anyway, this was about the time that Unity shot itself in the foot with licensing changes that upset the entire gaming community. So rather than be baited by their weak apologies, I ported the game over to...
Godot?
Actually, I've heard it pronounced a few ways. Godot would make sense to me because we make dots go on the screen. But I'm told it was named after a character in a book, so I'll stick to Godot.
Godot.
It took me a weekend to port it to Godot, but I was back up and running. So I reset mentally and took the game back to its foundation. Rather than change the original art style, I decided to ditch the puzzle aspect entirely and make it more of a precision coin runner high score game. It took some tweaking to get the speed of the game to feel good, but I realized one day after showing my sons the progress that I had made that they were taking turns trying to beat each other's score. Somewhere along the line, I'd found fun in this game.
I finally found that stick you threw.
Yeah, so this is what it developed into. It has been a long off and on road for this game, but I really like where it is now, and I hope that you do too. This is GravShift, a mix of precision platformer and coin runner game where you have limited controls. You can change the direction of gravity up and down, and jump. It's not just about collecting coins though. It's about your final score, and there's more than one way to get a great score. If you collect the coins fast enough, you earn random rewards and upgrades. The meter on the left indicates your progress. Miss some coins and the meter starts to drain.
Oh, I like all those shiny coins.
At the beginning, those coins are worth 100 points. You get a multiplier though as you collect them quickly. If you roll the coin value boost reward, it adds 50% to the permanent value of your coins. Another great reward is the heart coin. It grants you 3 times your current coin value and lasts until you take damage. So in the really great runs, you might get your base coin value up to 225. Then, pick up a heart coin giving you 675 per coin, so long as you don't take damage. How much will you risk to get those coins near the spikes then?
Oh boy, I'm gonna get every single coin.
Well, as you may have noticed, the game layout has a top and bottom section. It's up to you to learn the best path to find the most coins and maximize your meter progress.
Why is there a timer at the top? Is it going to explode?
Well, little Timmy, bombs can be a lot of fun, but that timer is for the end of wave bonus. You can earn the bonus at the end of the wave if you make it to the finish before the timer runs out. You can extend your time by picking up clocks in the levels. The bonus currently starts at 50,000 points, which is okay, but nothing to go crazy about. Hitting bumpers, however, will increase the end bonus by 5,000 points each hit. If you have time to spare, you can try to hang out in a set of bumpers and maximize your end payout. There's even a reward to boost the end payout by 50%. As you replay, you'll find that there are better pathways through the level to optimize your score. You'll also find yourself changing strategies from coin hoarding to end bonus stockpiling, depending on the rewards you roll. How high can you go? Do you think you have what it takes to stomp your friend's score? Their rankings will be right there taunting you, so you better bring your A game.
No way. No one will beat my score. I'll be at the top for weeks.
I still have some polish to add, but I plan to release a demo soon.
You're only gonna translate it to Polish?
No, not Polish. Polish. Oh man. Yeah, I still need to do some translation work as well. These days you can't release a game in just English and still do well. Luckily, there's very little text and no speech to translate. In the description below, you'll find the link to our Steam page for GravShift. If you like this kind of gameplay, or if you just want to help out, you should go wishlist it today. Adding a game to your wishlist is entirely free, yet helps me by letting Steam know there are people in the community wanting to support my game. With enough wishlists, Steam will promote my game more when I launch. More people see the game, more chances for purchases, more llamas winning the World Cup. Well, okay, maybe not the last one. That's the end for now. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll try to post more as I make progress on the game. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like this content, and see you soon!